We all have them in our lives, at work, in our families, sometimes even in our circle of friends, the difficult people, the ones whose comments sting, whose actions drain us, whose very presence can feel like sandpaper on the soul. Our natural instinct is to brace for impact, to become defensive, or to spend hours replaying conversations in our minds, wishing they would just change. But what if the ancient Buddhist path offered a kind of emotional aikido, a way to handle this friction not by pushing back harder, but by transforming our own inner stance so that we are no longer so easily thrown off balance? What if the secret to peace isn't in changing them, but in training ourselves? Today, we're exploring one of life's most common challenges. What are some practical Buddhist techniques for dealing with difficult people at work or in our families? The Buddhist approach begins with a radical and liberating shift in perspective. It recognizes that we have almost no power to control another person's words or actions, but we have immense power to change our own experience and reactions. The goal is not to fix the difficult person. The goal is to free ourselves from being emotionally hijacked by their behavior. Today we'll learn 3 practical techniques drawn directly from the Buddha's teachings that can serve as a powerful toolkit for protecting your own inner peace. Our first technique comes from a teaching called the parable of the second arrow. The Buddha said that in life we are all shot by arrows: a harsh word, a thoughtless action, a criticism. This is the first arrow. It causes a flash of real pain. This first arrow is often unavoidable. But then, what do we usually do? We shoot ourselves with a second arrow. This is the arrow of our reaction, the anger, the resentment, the hours of rumination, the stories we tell ourselves about how right we are and how wrong they are. The Buddha's insight was that the first arrow hurts, but the second arrow is the source of most of our true suffering, and the second arrow is optional. The practice is to train ourselves to feel the sting of the first arrow, to acknowledge the hurt, without picking up and firing the second arrow. Our second technique is a powerful filter for our communication: the 4 gates of right speech. This is a core part of the Noble Eightfold Path. Before you speak in response to a difficult person, you mentally pass your intended words through the 4 gates, asking 4 questions. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it helpful or beneficial? Is this the right time to say it? Often, in a tense moment, our reactive comment might be true, but it's not kind, not helpful, and it's certainly not the right time. This simple pause transforms us from a reactive person to an intentional one, preventing us from adding more fuel to the fire. The third technique is a powerful inner practice: secret Mettā, or secret loving kindness. When you are in the presence of someone who is causing you difficulty, instead of getting lost in your frustration, you secretly, silently begin to wish them well in the privacy of your own mind. You can repeat a simple phrase: may you be peaceful, may you be happy, may you be free from your own suffering. This is not for them, it is for you. It is a powerful antidote to the poison of anger in your own heart. It is impossible to simultaneously feel genuine loving kindness and burning anger. This practice is a way of lighting a candle inside yourself, creating a warmth that protects you from the coldness outside. Think of a difficult person's behavior as bad weather. It could be a cold wind, a sudden thunderstorm, or a miserable drizzly day. You have zero control over the weather. Yelling at the clouds is pointless. That's like arguing with the difficult person, trying to force them to change. Getting soaked and complaining about it for hours is the second arrow. Building a strong, warm, waterproof shelter, that is the Buddhist path. Mettā is the fire you light inside. Not firing the second arrow is choosing to stay indoors instead of running out into the rain. And right speech is deciding whether it's wise to even open the door. You don't control the weather, but you can become a master of your own inner shelter. Let's see how this works in real life. Imagine you're at a family dinner and a relative starts making critical comments about your career choices. The old reaction might be to get defensive, argue back, and ruin the dinner for everyone, including yourself. Using these tools, you feel the sting of their comment, that's the first arrow, but you pause and you choose not to fire the second arrow of anger. You simply notice that felt hurtful. You think about what you want to say. You run it through the 4 gates of speech. Is your angry retort kind? Is it helpful? Is this the right time to say it? No. You choose to say something neutral or nothing at all. As they continue to speak, you practice secret mettā. In your mind, you say, "This person must be unhappy to speak this way. May they find peace." You feel your own anger start to dissolve. Their behavior hasn't changed, but you have completely protected your own peace of mind. You have taken back your power. You can begin this practice today with a very simple step. Let's call it one breath mettā. Bring to mind a person you find just mildly difficult, not your biggest challenge, just someone who causes a little friction. The next time you see them, or even just think of them, I invite you to try this secret one-breath practice. On your in-breath, simply acknowledge your own feeling. Maybe it's annoyance or tension. Just notice it. On your out-breath, silently offer them one simple wish. May you be peaceful. May you be happy. That's it. Inhale and acknowledge your feeling. Exhale and wish them peace. See this as a small, powerful gift of peace to your own heart. Dealing with difficult people is an unavoidable part of our shared human journey. The Buddhist path doesn't offer a way to change them, but it offers us something far more valuable: the tools to build an unshakable refuge inside ourselves. By learning to not fire the second arrow, to speak with wisdom, and to secretly wish others well, we realize that our inner peace never has to be dependent on anyone else's behavior. We can't control the weather outside, but we can always tend to the warmth and safety of our own inner home. Which of these 3 techniques, avoiding the second arrow, the 4 gates of speech, or secret mettā, resonates most with you as something you could try this week? Share your intention in the comments below. If this guidance has been helpful, please support our channel by liking this video and subscribing to the Mindful Compass. May your heart be your shelter.